Hey guys, how's it going? Well, this is the XTS5000 2500 series of radios that I've got in my inventory. I've got a lot of gear, and it's taken me quite a while to get a hold of what I've needed, but it's turned out to be very good. Here, I've already gone through these. This is the 2500 Q split, and this has hardware encryption on it. These are all mint condition radios. You can look at the firmware. Everything on these units is mint. Need to clean the screen on that one, but that's a UHF-Q. This is a UHF-Q. This is the newer model. It's got the new push-to-talk paddle on it, and I do have the batteries that come with it. These are Impress batteries, and these were not cheap by any means. These were very expensive batteries, but they're OEM Motorola. Damn it. OEM Motorola. And these I haven't even bothered to initialize. But the Impress chargers are all mint. That Impress charger there is a very good unit. In fact, I might as well just load the 2500s up into it, because that's where they're going to go anyway. So, it's another 2500. I've got 2500s and I've got 2500Is, and the Is are intrinsically safe. These units, a couple of them have been, I think about 3 of them have been, these are brand new batteries, by the way. Full tags. These are intrinsically safe. I did have a couple of them recased, rehoused. They were brand new radios when they were rehoused. I sold the housings and had them rehoused with Model 3 housings. So the ones, this was a Model 1.5, and now it's a Model 3, and it's got full FPP on it. And this is a UHF-Q split. So these are my programming laptops, and I really like them. I'm thinking about getting Toughbooks though. This has a fingerprint scan reader on it, and tell what good a shape. They do come with docks. And those are my primary programming laptops. Though that is the cable that you'll need, and if you use just a USB, if you don't have a 9-pin, my docks have a 9-pin out on the back. And so I mean, even though the laptops are just USB, the ones that are, I do have a USB cable there. Those things are about 250 bucks. Those aren't cheap. In fact, both of them are 250 bucks. The rib box, you may or may not need, depending on what your application is for. But these are real nice laptops. They're running XP Pro on both of them. And if you're going to get a good laptop, don't go for a gaming laptop. Go for a laptop that is all business, because you want a stable platform to work from, and these are very stable. Let's go on to the radios here. These took a long time to get together, but to get it done right and to have everything right on them, All the scan lists are set on them. The code plugs do have the scan lists already on them. I've got let me see here. Got a lot of zones programmed in. Those zones are actually programmed. This one is a VHF model. It comes with a Moto Turbo antenna, and it's got the Impress battery with a 2011 date code, and this is an intrinsically safe model. It comes with a new push-to-talk paddle. Let's see here. Then here's another UHF and Q split. You've seen them in my other videos, so I'm not going to go on and on about them. This is the only 4 meg I've got. It's got a larger volume control button, which I like. It's more like the XTS5000s, but it's the only 4 megger that I've got, but it's very good. The encryption on this Q split is very, very rare and very hard to get because it's hardware encryption. Another 2500 in VHF. Those antennas aren't cheap either. Those were expensive antennas. I have another one in VHF. All of them are absolutely mint. They've got the ABC, and they've got the 3 side programmable buttons. They also, in the menu, have you can clone these radios if they're the same model number. TX inhibit, clock. There's a lot of features you can do with these radios. Let's see here. Edit. Save. A lot of features you can do with these radios. You can add it. You can add menus, and you can take away. The FPP works very well. You know, they're just really, really good radios. And this is another VHF. All scan lists are set, which means right out of the box you can start scanning once you've programmed you adjust your frequencies, and you don't have to hook it up to the computer to be scanning. This is a beautiful Q split 5000, and this has the latest all have the latest firmware in them. This one has encryption. They all have ADP hardware encryption, but the batteries are lithium ion or they're Impress. These batteries here that you're seeing are all nickel metal hydride, and they're very, very good batteries. They're not Impress. This is another Q split, and this one I've got a lithium ion battery on. It does have the adapter which really just makes it easy to hold this damn radio, because these radios are heavy. This is the VHF. I missed out on the VHF, but it didn't have tags. And the radios that I carry have to have tags. It's just as simple as that. I don't like radios without tags. There's usually a reason for it. But yeah, these are very, very good. And in VHF, they're hard to beat. Battery needs charging on this. This one has version 15, which is very recent. All the rest have 16. And this one I don't believe has encryption. We'll see. Don't believe so. It's an 8 meg. But as you can see here, they're just beautiful. Wide bands, there's no substitute for wideband antenna. Here's another VHF 5000. This has a Moto Turbo stubby on it, and they don't do bad. They don't do bad. They could do better. The VHFs I'm keeping. They're just that good, and they're in the band split that I scan on. So, you know, I mean, for scanning, they're pretty good. And when you want to go to mirrors or want to go up into a different frequency, you can go up and you can go to talk around. So, and if you want to get in and you want to program, you know, the frequencies, you just type it in. I'm just randomly doing this. And you've got your DPL, PL and DPL codes. Then you've got your, this is programmable in CPS, mixed digital or analog. You can choose between those three, and same with the TX and RX. The band width is programmable as well, and you know, they're very good radios for talk around. They're real nice. Keypad lock functions, backlights, they're just in great shape. All of them have legit tags. All of them, for most, well, all of them except for one is a 10 out of 10. And we'll get to that one here in a minute. I think this is it, I think. This one just has a few smudges on the screen. Just a little bit. And this is a VHF. VHFs are really, really good. They're hard to beat. Let's see here. And then I've got, let's see, I think I've got several radios. One is a Q-split, and this one has been redone. Man, it's storming out there. This one has been redone, and it has the new housing on it. And these are as mint as you're going to get. This is an 800 megahertz. It does have the special purpose stubby antenna on it. And I'm told that these antennas pull a lot of range. I don't know. This one, 800 megahertz, isn't flashed for flashed for FPP in the because it's a trunking radio, and FPP just doesn't work well with trunking. You know, it's not really suited for that type of system. So 9600 baud is what this is flashed with. Let me go ahead and get in here. As you can tell, firmware is up to date on it. It costs a lot of money to get this stuff done right, but once it's done, the buyer's not going to have to dick with it. And that's a big deal when you start counting shipping back and forth. And the radios are priced accordingly to that. So these were Q splits and VHFs and 800 megahertz. And you've seen these in the videos. These are the S split units. And these do have encryption in them. Dual encryption. And the firmware is very recent. And these are Model 2s. I've got 3 Model 2s. All of the Impress chargers, by the way, have 3.40 firmware in them. This is a Model 2, and this is a Q split. It's the only Model 2 Q split that I've decided to keep a Model 2. And you can see here, firmware is 12. Encryption should be tri-band, I think. No, it's just AES. All of them have ADP software encryption. Every single unit we've gone through. This is the other S split, Model 2. And this has a stubby Moto Turbo antenna. I like Moto Turbo antennas. I do like the FDN1 knobs, and I like these adapters. So that's pretty much it. I do have a lot of mics. I've got an old housing there. That radio is just barely sitting there, because actually all it is just the housing. That's an old radio that I just redid. Turned out pretty nice. And the parts for the XTS, you know, I do carry, you know, a lot of antennas. I carry a lot of different microphones, batteries, antennas. I've got 1250s. This unit is ready to go, you know, agency deals or individually ready to go. And really good radios. This is the XTS series. You've seen the Walrus series. I've had a lot of Walrus radios, and it's hard to get around here. Battery's going dead. And so is my battery, camcorder battery. But anyway, that is the XTS series that I'm carrying. And these IBM beeps really get on my fucking nerves to the very last minute. I need to take those beeps out of there. But anyway, I'm going to start selling a lot of these XTS5000s, and I've got the Model 2s, the Model 3s, and I've got S splits, Q splits, and 800 megahertz. So if you need microphones, I've got microphones. I've got HT 1250 cases. I've got cases for all of these. Every single radio has a leather swivel case that's brand new, sealed in the package. that takes the D-ring. They're just very, very good. But hold on a second. I tell ya, making videos is a bitch. And I shouldn't complain, but still, it is a bitch. But yeah, let me get this docking station plugged in. Yes, I see it. It's hard to move around with this stuff. But anyway, there we go. Anyway, that's pretty much the XTS series. And if you need cables, pick up OEM Motorola's. Try to avoid, in fact, while I've got this off, these actually are the docking ports. No, that's what I'll show to you while I'm back here. Printer port and the 9-pin. Those are very important. You've got a mouse port and you've got an external display. So when I set these laptops in the units, they automatically tune in to the desktops. So that's pretty much it. Good supply all the way around, a good setup for the VHFs. And I do like the Impress chargers. I didn't think I would, but I do. But if you're needing a radio, you better be damn serious before you get a hold of me, because I don't fuck around with people on YouTube. It's just as simple as that. There's too many posers on YouTube, and I don't have time for that. But to the people who do have radios and that do, watch the videos and enjoy them and realize what a bitch they are to make, that's why, I put these videos on, not just for inventory purposes, but to turn people on to what is new and different and out and going on the market. Oh, by the way, those are T61 laptops, and those things are meant to take a beating, and they haven't. They're very good, and the docking stations are really, really nice. If you have a T60, if you have an IBM laptop, look into a docking station, especially if you program, because you want a good battery. A lot of the older IBMs, including these, don't come with the best battery in the world. So whenever you program, number one, save your code plug. The minute you get into your program, save your code plug before you do anything, and that way make sure that you've got a full battery, a full capacity battery, and make sure your radio's on. Make sure if you've got a rib box, make sure the rib box is turned on. If you've got a USB plug or a USB adapter, make sure you have the software driver for that adapter in the machine, because if you don't, it's not going to recognize it. There's a lot to these radios. They're serious radios. They're not meant for amateur use. They're meant for public safety, for government, for business, EMS, fire. They're made for serious people who do serious work. And these radios will not let you down. Astro P25, all narrowband compliant, digital, analog, encryption, ADP software encryption, interoperability, smart chargers with smart batteries in the Impress. You can hook these units up. They will tell you in an XTS5000. You've also got channel announcement. But one good thing about these batteries, which this one is not reading and my time is running out. Let's see here. Register. Just don't have the patience today. But these smart batteries you can hook into your, you can run into your laptop, and you can actually see what the units are doing. Let's see if I can. I need to take that out of the CPS. That is getting annoying. But these are very good. Impress batteries are really nice. Yeah, I know. Just tell them I'll be there in a minute. But anyway, that's pretty much it. And with Astro P25, narrowband compliant. You know, these units come 2012. You need to be in compliance with the narrowband provisions, and these fit the bill, and these will last you a long time. But do not contact me if you're, you know, some poser or, you know, bullshitter. You know, if the money's on the way, you know, if you got to make money orders, you know, if there's a lot of people who, you know, do a lot of talking on YouTube in every channel that you ever go onto, and a lot of them are just plain insane, and I don't fuck with people like that. I know how to, I can recognize people like that a mile away, and I, you know, keep my distance from those people, and I will not, you know, if you're a bullshitter, trust me, I'm going to find that out. And I'm going to find that out before I talk to you very much. And the guys who watch my videos know what I'm about, and you know, they appreciate that. You know, it's a bitch to make